What's good, y'all? This is day 7 of me trying to pace my Apex funded account. I'm actually recording this pre-market this time, just to show you what I'm currently looking at. Right now, it is 9:21, and price is trending above the EMA, so I'm looking for buys right now. That's my current analysis. So I'll try to screen record on how my trades play out today. And I also want to show y'all that what I was speaking about, these zone-to-zone trades happen quite often in NQ. Price in London came up from the zone, so it went up and it came back down and touched this zone right here and then shot all the way up to obviously this high right here. So from what I'm looking at, price is looking like it kind of wants to sell, and price has just been on a crazy bullish hike. So I definitely can see for a pullback, so we'll see how the day goes. But I can definitely see there being a pullback here. We'll see if it pushes past this previous marker low or not. We'll go at it from there, because it's 9:26, so I'm not going to end the trade until 9:30. So we'll see if we can find the setup on the open. If not, like I said, I'll wait till the setup rises, and I'll try to take the most A+ setup possible. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to day 7 of trying to pass my Apex funded account. Today is the day, y'all. We finally passed the account. So we move over to the funded phase, and I seem low on energy. Like, I just get off of work. I worked a 12-hour shift, and I stayed up and I wait to trade. That's what I do every day. That's what I've been doing all week. That's what I've been doing the past week. This is just what I do, you know. So that's why my videos, I'm a little bit lower on energy because of how the time frame I'm making the videos. But yeah, my energy may be low, but my spirit is high. Man, I don't know what to say, man. God is good. I went through some ups and downs, some trials and errors in this process, and I turned to God in this process, honestly. Like, ironically, it got me more closer with God, because the more I started to trade and the more I got into it, the more I realized it's really about psychology. And the more stable your mind is, the more secure your mind is, the less likely you are to make irrational decisions. Me personally, I grew up in the church, and my relationship with God hasn't been as strong in the recent years, honestly. So that's something I kind of just been worked towards a lot recently, and that's what I've leaned on to just help me through this process. Because for me, it took a change in mindset. It took me to change my mindset and also my outlook on trading to get to the point where I'm at now. Like I said, we finally passed the account. God is good. I only took 2 trades today, which is great. I could have passed on the first trade. I didn't set a stop loss or take profit. I just got out early. And if I would have held it, I would have passed it. I took that first trade on micros, mainly because of how the trade was setting up. Based off of what it was doing, I didn't like how price was moving originally. So I just went to micros as a just in case. Like, if price went down, I wouldn't go too far into drawdown. Like, I wouldn't lose too much money in that trade. It was hard to watch because price just kept going and going and going. It probably, off one contract, if I would have held that trade until it passed the zone, that probably would be close to $2,000 or so. However, I didn't need that. I only needed $300 to pass the account. So that wasn't really my goal here. When I did the first trade on MNQ, I almost hit $100 like as soon as $300 as soon as market opened. And I was like, oh my goodness. So I tried to hurry up and cancel, but I was hesitant. So you'll see in the video, I kind of was just like hesitating. But then I waited for my A+ setup, and I took the trade. And I took it for a 1-to-1. Seems like that's probably what it would have hit for. 2-to-1 would have been a lot more risky. Don't know if it would have hit a 2-to-1. And honestly, I really just waited for price to go over 300. I was already up 100 from the first trade, so I really only needed 200. But I just wanted price to go over 3,000, so I knew I passed the account. Yeah, I can just go ahead and show you what happened today. So this is the trade I took earlier. As soon as market opened, this is my confirmation. I got my flat top candles, and I got my doji candle. I entered off of this candle. I kind of just waited for price to do its thing. price opened and shot all the way up here. On micros, I was up basically 300, so I was close to passing the account. I held it, and I got out early because I didn't like how price was coming almost back down to where I entered at, and so I was sitting. I just got out and I was up basically $100, so maybe close to a 1-to-1. Let's get to the trade we actually took today. A break and retest trade. Price broke above London high. It retested. This time I didn't get 2 flat bottom candles. I got this large one, and then I got this flat bottom candle here. And once I saw this doji candle, I figured, just based off how price is moving, I knew price was going to shoot back up at least here. So like I said, I had to set a 1-to-1, and I got out while I was up. I think I made $460 or so off the trade. But yes, that's the trade we took today. Finally passed the account with this strategy. It took me 3 days to pass this account. I blew my other account. So technically I started trading on this account last Friday. Today is Tuesday. It took me 3 days to pass. But yeah, you guys, God is good, because it really was a process. I have blown, I think, 5 eval accounts at this point. The first time I ever tried to trade with a Propfirm account, I actually passed the account the very first time on Take Profit Trader. I passed the account. I literally got all the way till I was about to get a payout. With Take Profit Trader, you can take a payout on the first day. So anything above the buffer zone, you can take out. I was probably $100 above the buffer. I just wanted more. I was greedy. Price reversed on me. I tried to get back up to that payout. I literally blew the whole account. I went from having a payout to blowing the account in 5 minutes after all that work. And ever since then, that was in December. And it's now April. So it's been 5 months since I passed an account. And like I said, I filled 5 or 6 of those accounts. So it's about $600 worth of money I put into this already. The 2 Apex accounts were $34 each, so that's like $68. So like I said, in total, I'm close to $600 into this. But guys, it's good, like I said, because I was able to persevere and stick with it and stick through. And a lot of people would have gave up, especially after filling all those accounts. But with trading, you have to understand, it's not really a get-rich-quick thing. And if you look at it as such, if you look at it to pay your bills and buy fancy cars and houses, if you look at it as that in the beginning, your mindset will be off when you're taking these trades. You'll be looking at the money and not the setup. You'll be focused on the ending product and not the journey. You'll be focused on the money and not the strategy. Focus on the strategy. Focus on winning, not the money, but winning your strategy. The more you execute your strategy, the better you execute your strategy, the money will follow. And that's what I had to learn, because I was focused on the money for so long. And I'm like, I gotta make this amount, I gotta make this amount. And God is good, because I had to take a step back, and he had to sit me down for a second and just allow me to look at this a little bit differently. Once I was able to slow my mind down and slow things down and focus on the strategy, everything turned around for me. And that's why I say trading is 90% psychological, 10% execution. You can find and execute perfect setups all day, but if your mental isn't right, you might not enter at the right time. You might risk too much. You might, if you lose, you might revenge trade, which I was a professional revenge trader, which is how I blew every account I ever blown. I always blew it in one day. And like I said, that's what happens when you don't focus on the mental aspect of it first. When you focus on the journey and you focus on putting in the work day in, day out, the ending product will come. So that's the theme for today. The theme for today is focus on the journey. And this has been a journey for me. I'm glad I've documented this these past few days that I've been trading. It's been very awesome. I haven't really had any views. I haven't really had anybody watching but me. So this is crazy. But I'm just glad I'm able to document this, just to have this memory. Being able to see that hard work will always win in the end. As long as you have hard work, and as long as you keep pushing and you have perseverance, anything's possible. As long as you keep working towards your goals and you never give up, you'll eventually reach that goal. You just have to keep working towards it. And a lot of times what happens is people just give up. They reach a point where they feel like there's no point in reaching that goal, and it might feel unrealistic to them. And in reality, they just give up. And for me, I don't feel like anything is impossible. I don't feel like anything is impossible. I feel like anything I put my mind to, I can do. If I want to do something, I know I can do it, as long as I put my mind to it. And that's what you should believe too. So I appreciate you for watching. If you are watching, day 7 marks the day that I passed the Apex funded account. However, it's not the end of the series because I have to get a payout, and that's where the series will end. I might continue tracking my trades and stuff if people are watching by that time, but that's the goal. The goal is to get to a payout. So this is only the first step. So we can't get overjoyed, but we are grateful. But just don't get too overjoyed, and then you can't get to the point where you pass an account, and then, like I said last time, you get to the point and you're just so ready for a payout, you blow it. Focus on the strategy. Focus on the journey. And then the money and the product and everything you're looking for will come and in. So appreciate you for watching. Tune in for day 8. I'll catch y'all in the next video.